Salaki Akian walk the video. I noticed once I got back, I noticed my charger is on battery safe, so it cut it out. But anyways, um, like I was saying, for years, millions, back to the article, of people have been pouring over our wide open borders. For years, people like me have been warning that this is a very serious threat to our national security. At this point, the damage has been done, and we have all sorts of nuts inside this country that could potentially do all sorts of damage. Now, Donald Trump's inauguration is coming up on January 20th. Today is the 2nd, and those that are closely associated with Trump have been getting targeted. A surge in bomb threats and swatting incidents against lawmakers since the election underscores the deep political divide in the U.S. and has lawmakers from both parties calling for more protection. Members of Congress and President-elect Donald Trump's incoming administration have been on the receiving end of a rash of false alarms about pipe bombs, or dangerous swatting stunts in which a fake emergency call sends heavily armed police to targets residents. And it's like the only protection, they can't get protected. Remember, you had the woman that was guarding Trump ducking. They had a whole meme of her ducking. You know what I'm saying? She ducking over, while he, they all, even his own team, he's the president. All corners around him is supposed to be sectioned off. But now they got all these threats, and so it's all types of heat within society going on. Infightings. Nobody don't want Trump to rule. Not really rule, because he's not really rule. He's the puppet of Babylon the Great, because the ones that rule is the elite banking families, the ones that's funding these wars and so on and so forth, funding the next thing to come. But it goes on to say, a swatting incident against Margie Taylor Greene, Georgia Republican, led to a woman dying in a car crash with an officer responding to the incident. Being a prominent politician in this day and age is a very dangerous job. We should be praying for their safety. Praying for their safety? What do you mean? The elect, you're not. If you are part of the elect, you're not in Congress and we gotta vote. We gotta change society. We gotta vote the right politician in. And if you thinking like that and think we're gonna get in the kingdom of heaven, we gotta get in. We gotta change these laws, and that's not how Yahweh Shem Yahushai is doing it. This ain't our world. This is Esau's world. This is his kingdom. Okay, and we just living through it. Okay, but it goes on to say, because in another thing too, the scriptures say they shall not regard their princes. So these politicians, it's a very dangerous jobs, because these are the ones that's making these rules, and once they find out that they lied to them, okay, they're gonna be after them. Just like Kamala Harris, they was kicking out, they kicking over people's signs and shit, spraying on their garage, doing all types of stuff, making threats and all bomb threats and all this stuff. It says, there is one last thing that I wanted to mention before I end this article. On New Year's Day, the San Francisco area, and I just thought about the damn praying shit. On New Year's Day, the San Francisco area was shaken by a 4.7 earthquake. And not to keep harping on the previous subject, but praying for these. The scriptures say lift up for a prayer for these people, man. That's why the Lord is sending earthquakes to San Francisco on New Year's Day. Do you know San Francisco is like the top of the top city for what the elder Yahshua say for La Buida, that La Buida community. You know, that whole community. And the Lord sending earthquakes. That's the fourth monument, you will say. Like wow. Lord sitting like on New Year's Day, like damn, another earthquake here. On New Year's Day, the San Francisco area was shaken by a 4.7 earthquake. Northern California residents started off the new year with a rumble as 4.7 magnitude earthquake struck the region Wednesday night. The tremor came at around 6:34 p.m. Pacific time with an epicenter at about 70 miles north of San Francisco, the United States Geological Survey reported. Thankfully, the earthquake was not large enough to do much, but local residents clearly felt it. And mind you, this is happening all throughout New Year's. People, you know, oh, we won't do this, we gonna do that. Yet the Lord is rocking this bitch to and fro. You know, you out partying, and here it is, 3 a.m. Some crazy motherfucker come rushing through, killing everybody. You know, because you want to be out. You know, you had some Jake. He was his first night in New Orleans, and then it was his last night. First and last, young Jake. Going out to them damn parties, man. That's why it's important not to go out to those clubs. You know, be out in amongst these multitudes of people, man. Lord, judge your ass. You know, Lord, for not the elect. You know, I don't party. You know, I've been stopped doing all that. You don't want to be in the dark and shit amongst all these weirdos, man. Cause it ain't nothing but adulterers and, you know, fights, shit breaking out. You know. But as the scriptures say, but eat and drink with men that are of the same mind, and eat and drink that are with the men of the same mind, that will miscarry with you or something like that. If thou shalt, you know, roughly paraphrasing it. Brothers know, sisters know where I'm going. If you don't, you know, it's in the Apocrypha. It says, I did feel it actually, one ex-user wrote. It was a rolling earthquake, lasted a few seconds. Usually the earthquakes around here are jolts, not rolling. So it was kind of cool to feel. Think it's cool and shit. Usually the earthquakes around here are jolts, not rolling. So it was kind of cool to feel the floor roll under my feet. You know, they don't, like the scriptures say, seeing many signs, but thou observeth not. Now, I don't know if that was an Edomite or a heathen or a Jake, but those are signs. It was a shallow earthquake too, so that makes it feel stronger, but it was usually more locally felt. Interestingly, that this was the magnitude 4.7 earthquake, and Donald Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States. You know, so here we are, man. Lord willing, this is the year we be delivered, you know, from the land of the north. You know, Donald Trump, the 47th president, they just had a 4.7 earthquake. You know, what is the so-called coincidence? This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar, from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And the ensigns is set up. The churches are set up, assembling the outcasts now throughout the four corners of the wind. The hand of Yahweh, the Most High, is Yahushua. He's going to gather his people a second time. Because it was never spoken about when you read in the scripture a second time that the Lord delivered Israel out of Egypt. It's talking about now in this time. The end of Esau's world. This is where we're at with it. This is why earthquakes and things happening on New Year's Eve and going into New Year's Day and people being judged. You know, this is why. Jeremiah chapter 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands where he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Okay? Salakia for me reading and kind of rushing through the scriptures a little bit, going through a little bit of fast, on time, but that time is now. The land of the north, the northern hemisphere, North America, and also four corners throughout the wind. When Babylon goes into its final destiny, okay, the day of doom shall be the end in this place. The lake of fire, the second death, which is the second time the Lord is going to send Yahweh Shai, like he was sent during the time of our forefathers. That cloud, that was a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. That same cloud is to return. Yahweh Shai, yes, that same cloud is about to reveal itself. The fathership and the shuttleships are going to reveal themselves, and they're going to gather the elect. Best believe it. You best believe it. If you don't, you better pray for it. Because only the elect got it, and only the elect is going to understand. They're not going to be, what is going on? Like, no, they're going to be aware. Or the scripture says, the earth it shall tell thee, the angels it will speak to thee, all that. It's nature itself, the world itself speaking. The earth itself wants the rightful rulers, Jacob, to be ruling, because Esau, you destroying our planet, you destroying our world. We need our world back, and we will have our world back, starting with Yahweh Shai and the elect. Okay, he's going to change us. In the midst of your destruction, we're being changed and fashioned in your sight, as it is written, which we're about to read here in Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right after that 350 years of us being in hardcore bondage from 1619 all the way to the 1960s, early 70s, our people were catching pure hell. But once a man by the name of Abba Bivens, who is who is John the Baptist in the spirit, came on the scene, it changed the game, and these elites were frightened. Okay, verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Okay, our enemies is about to see our deliverance. Lord willing, we are part of the elect. Okay, they're going to witness this. We brothers, we are the sons and daughters of the prophets. They're not. We are able to break this down. Okay, and they fear that. They can't touch this. They can't touch us. They got to make up shit and add shit. They can't. They're not like us. That's real. They really not like us, man. They not like us, and they gonna see they not like us. Okay, when the Lord separates a difference between the Egyptians and the Egyptians, man. Okay, 12 again, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. It's not talking about an actual cloud. It's talking about what we're seeing at what Esau's calling mystery drones. It's going to be these chariots that are different shapes, size, and forms. Size of the earth can expand, In the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain the men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And for the sake of time, I'm going to just end it with this precept, because I can pull the rest on my list, but I'm going to just stop it right there. The point has really been made pretty much. So the elect, we're gonna be in the midst of this destruction. All right, but we're gonna be saved, as the scriptures say. If the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly appear? Because we're gonna see this, But we're gonna be saved, Lord willing, as the scriptures say. Not a hair of our head shall, not one, all of our hairs are numbered, and not one of them shall perish. You know, so Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson tonight. Just wanted to drop this news article and bring some more on the side of deliverance. You know, Esau's destruction is near, and Lord willing, this is the year. You know, the sea hip is right there. The war is right there. The signs is right there. It's all right here. Lord willing, this is the year 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and destruction and judgment of Esau. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Kwadash. Until the next one, I say Shalom.